Howdy, Nick here again for another video of my slightly irrelevant series of how to store your stuff and hopefully avoid arguments on the internet. This one's going to be on trading cards. Now to quickly get a few of the in-jokes out, yes there's T, there's 85, you will not be seeing any signed Jeff Weagles. So before we go into folders and sleeves and all that stuff, I'm going to go through how to store individual cards first. I will be saying the word Ultra Pro a lot. Last video I didn't get that word out very well. Apologies in advance for stuffing up the next 3 or 4 times I'll try it. Individual cards, heaps of ways to store them. You can just store them in their packets. Some people do actually collect packets. I apologise for any shine of the light in here as well. That's the Phantom Gallery Series 2 cards as well. People like to keep them in packets for some reason, fair enough. Nice to have a little mystery in your collection. The main most common way to store loose cards, and some groups insist on this, is to store them in these little basic penny sleeves as they're called. This is one in there. Does just protect it from scratches. This is the Comic Images, the Phantom Series signature card with no signature, which is a bit of a story behind that. They meant to print 500 of them. They must have printed more actual cards and never got the signatures on them. Then there is the basic top loaders. This is a PZ3 Phantom Zone card, which is actually not a Phantom card. Got the Glenn Ford signature on it. Let's face it, everything does. And they just come out, and double protection. This one's actually got a penny sleeve on it as well. Quickly as well, penny sleeves are named that because it generally costs 1 American cent, so you can pick up like 100 for a couple dollars in Australia. Then there's a variety of different types of hard cases. This is the G0 from Dynamic Series 1. Non-signature version. This is just a hard case that locks in place. Then you've also got a slightly bigger version. I don't actually like this one at all. These are horrible cuts types. And these are the ones I do like. And just for the sheer funniest factor, don't know why I've got 3 of these spares at the moment. Lee Falk G0 cards. These are much better locking in card holders. Really hard plastic, really good. And just for something different as well, that's the Lee Falk signature card. Then probably the granddaddy of all the basic card holders. You can get bigger versions of these as well. These actually screw in, so these are really, really secure. Not the best for actually storing things because they are massive, but very, very good secure way to store your cards. If you've got a whole bunch of cards, this is the original Gallery Series 1, you can just put a rubber band around them. Don't do that, it's not very good. But it's easy when you've just got spares and hundreds of those ones flying around. Best way to store them is in a plastic box if you've got spares. This is actually all the Gallery Series 2 cards I've got spare at the moment. I think that's right, actually I haven't checked this box for a while. Salvaludo GV1 at the front there. Can get slightly thinner ones of these as well. So these are really great for storing your spare decks and any extras you have. Then you get onto different kinds of folders. So Dynamic Series 1 and Series 2 had the official collector's albums. Still pretty easy to get these online, 30, 40, 50 bucks, depends how lucky you are. If you can, get them with the sleeves, because these 6 sleeve holders are actually really hard to get. And you need the 6s for these because of the way the cards actually form the story as you go on, because they'll all make sense, and you can see, especially in the back here, they all kind of flow together. That's why you need the 6s. One downside of these, I found that the plastic in the 6 sleeve ones aren't very good quality. So taking the cards out of them, especially the foil cards, is easier to break them. Not break them, scratch them, they grab onto the plastic. Then you've got the more common, this is the Gallery Series 2, the 9 sleeve Ultra Pros. Actually I think Believe sell these with the sleeves in them. These are Ultra Pro Platinum Series. You can get a Silver Series. I don't like the Silver Series as much. Just the plastic doesn't feel as nice, and quite frankly the Platinum ones are easier to find. So these are big, nice 9 sleeves, and you can get a whole bunch of them and they fit in all very nicely, and even can get your, there is a signed Jeff Weagle in there. You can get all your special cards in there as well, including your carton card and your Cy Barry card. With the 9 sleevers, there are some different ones. I've never actually seen them in person, but apparently you can get some with little flips over the tops to stop dust getting them in. I've never worried about that. Not that big an issue. And with the 9s quickly as well, in the Phantom Universe cards as well. Oh, sorry, the 4 series. Phantom Universe has the 4 series, so these Ultra Pro sleeves come in a whole different bunch of sizes. So these use the 4, same Platinum series in 4. And what I was going to show you, the file cards. Again, the 9s. This one's actually an empty one. I don't like to shove these full of cards. I will fit 30 pages in one of these. Because once you start going above kind of flat, your folder starts getting wider and wider. It's going to ruin your cards. Then if you don't have a specialised folder, the ones I like the best are the collector's card albums from Ultra Pro as well. Nice soft covers. Best thing about them is very bulky, and it's a nice big strong binder folder here, clips. This thing just stores an enormous amount of cards, but the reason I've got this is to show you the different style of slips you can get. So as we showed before, you've got your 4 there, that's the out of interest sakes, the Phantom Series 2 oversized advertising cards. Screws the clips back in there. And they're very handy as well because you can store whole heaps of things in them. Like if you spare packets and just other bits and bobs as well. You can get ones I think go up to 15 cards, like you collect your cigarette cards and that kind of stuff. You've got all that kind of things there you can use as well. You can also get ones very much like the 4, which I'll just go back to for you. Is if you've got postcards, you can get a 3 series one that goes 1 that way and 2 that way. Ultra Pro basically give you heaps and heaps of different sizes. And the last ones I will show you is, you've got actually an A4 one, but these do come in 2 sizes. This one probably can't see it, or you probably can because the cards stop in there. That just blocks it, but you've also got one that is the full size as well. So that's really good for this one, which is an oversized promo sheet from the Comic Images card. That's actually a really cool card, a bit hard to get nowadays, but it does come up every now and then for sale. Actually, I've got one in the back here, didn't you have one in here? This is the one I was talking about, the comparison. This is the Sergio Byron, big oversized card, fits in a nice, essentially a bit over A4 size sleeve. Very, very handy. Ultra Pro, I really do like their stuff. Can't pronounce the name properly, but here's what it is. So that is how I store my trading cards. And Peter Stephen, if you're watching right to the end, I know you love this video because that's how much you love trading cards. Thank you very much.